What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Niger Guy Reviews. I am your boy Ugo. Today we have a ZEALOT S78 portable speaker, and here is the big boy. I recently did a review on the S79, and you guys asked for me to compare that speaker to this one. So you asked and I deliver. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time. I had to order this, wait for it to come in. So we're going to review this speaker. I am going to see how it differentiates from the S79, what the differences are and what the similarities are. And for added bonus, I will also compare this speaker to the JBL XTREAM3. So stay tuned. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can keep growing this channel. I'm a small channel and I'm trying to grow. So in order for me to provide this kind of reviews, I need the subscribers to help me out. All right, so going into it, I am going to open this box, and with that being said, let us see what this has on the inside. All right, let's see. So opening up the box, the first thing you see is the giant speaker. Well, we're gonna put this to the side and see what comes in the box. All right, so here we have, this is the strap that goes around the speaker for carrying it. We have in here, oops. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have a USB Type-C and the regular USB on here because this is, it doesn't have a dual Type-C's. And then on here you have your 3.5mm auxiliary cord. Yeah, they still give you that. And you have a ZEALOT owner's manual, a wireless quick start. So you have that on here, and that is all you have in the box. So now looking at the box, you can see that this has some nice features on it. So this is a wireless transmission, of course, wireless music, stereo sound quality, USB slot. It is rated for IPX6 waterproof. It has 3.5mm audio cable and a TF card slot. So you can put a memory card in this thing. So this speaker has a 120mm or 200. It has dual 120mm speakers and dual 42mm smaller speakers. So frequency response is about 120 Hertz, and working voltage is 7.4, and this thing weighs 4.4 kg. It is quite heavy, but you know, given the size of it, I guess it is to be expected. So all right, so it does say here that this speaker can be paired. This speaker can pair more than 100 pieces of S78 speakers at the same time, and subsequent connections will be automatically completed after the first successful connection. Wow, that is actually interesting. So in case you have 100 of these laying around, you can pair all 100 of them together. So I think what I'm going to do outside of this video is to try to pair this. I don't know if I can pair this S78 to the S79 that I have. Now, for the speaker itself, this is it. right here. So as you can see, this is a big boy. It is a huge speaker. It is quite big. It is big, way bigger than the S79. And one thing I've also noticed is that, well, of course, this one came first before the S79. So I feel like the technology on here is a little bit on the dated side. Let's see. All right. Okay, so right here you can see that it has a USB Type-C on there, a auxiliary port, a regular USB and USB output, and you have a TF memory card on there. And on the front, you have your regular controls that you will see that you also had on the other one. So you have a menu control, play and pause button. You use this to go to next, up and down, also control the volume. That controls your light and your EQ. You use this to pair multiple speakers at the time. Of course, you have your power button over there, and on here you can put your strap to carry this big boy. So now we're going to turn this on. Well, let me first of all compare the size with the S79, which I so happen to have right here. So this is the S79, and as you can see, the size difference is there. So the S78 is quite larger than the S79, and the build factor is basically the same but a little bit different. So this kind of reminds me of the JBL boombox or whatever it's called. I think that's what it is, but this is a little bit smaller than the JBL. So comparing these two speakers, you can see that the build quality is kind of the same, but one thing that jumped out why I say that this must be the newer version. The S79 has the two USB Type-Cs in the back and the regular USB there, the aux cord and the TFT slot, and then in the front it has the same controls that I just mentioned on the S78. So powering this on, I'll also show you the minor differences. So with this one, you have your lighting. Well, this lights up in the front when the music is playing. Meanwhile, on here there is no lighting. Well, I'll show you those in the subsequent videos. So looking on the side right here, you can see that it's the same, and you can also see the height difference on this thing. It's pretty nice. The build quality is nice on here, and I know that these are the ones that have, like, if you've seen videos with how these things are built, they have two large speakers in the front and then the small ones on the side, and then of course you have your passive radiator on both sides, and the same goes on here. So this is a 100-watt speaker and this is 120 watts. So this sounds the quality sound on this is very, very much better than what you have on here. Of course, that should be expected given the size differences. And now comparing it to the JBL XTREAM3, this is now what the JBL has. As you can see, it is dwarfed by these two speakers. But I haven't compared the sounds on these three, but I've compared the sound on these two, so I'll let you guys hear it, and then I will see what the JBL has to say about it, because this JBL speaker has proven to be one of the best sounding portable speakers that I've had. Yeah, let's see how it compares to these two giant ZEALOT speakers on here. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here we are going to play a couple sounds from the ZEALOT S78, which is this one, and we're also gonna play the same sound on the ZEALOT S79 to compare them. So this is the first song coming from the S78 on about, this is about 20% volume. And this is without bass boost. Alright, so the same song on the S79. About 30% too. Now is on 50% with a bass boost. Let's get it to 50%. That sounds amazing. All right, so you can hear clearly that this right here sounds good without the bass boost on. Now we're gonna play both of them with bass boost, but with a different song. All right, so we're gonna play another song on the S78 without bass boost and then go to bass boost. And this is on 60%. Boost. that was great. That sounds good with a bass boost and without bass boost. Now let's repeat the same song on S79. On 70%. Still on 70%. Doesn't sound bad at all. Still a little bit of distortion. Alright, so let me know what you guys think about that. For me, I think that the S79 sounds with the bass boost sounds as good as the S78 without the bass boost. So I think this with the bass boost is this without the bass boost, but this still manages to sound much fuller. It sounds richer, it sounds better. I mean, that's to be expected because of the size difference and the size of the speakers on the inside. So let me know what you guys think about that. But that's my opinion. Playing these back to back, I can definitely tell that that sounds a little bit better. One good thing about this is it can fit into your bag easily. It's still heavy, but you have 3 modes of EQ. So here you have a bass boost regular, and you have one that I guess is the treble that sounds flatter. And this can connect the S79 because it's more modern. I believe it can connect more than, it can connect 2 devices at the same time. This one, on the other hand, I have tried to connect it to 2 devices like my phone and my tablet, but it did not work. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but let me know what you guys think about that. All right, so now with that being said, I will compare the S78 with the JBL. We already compared these two, so we already know how that sounds. So I'm going to compare this with that. You can tell the size difference between these 2 devices. But let me see if the JBL has something to say, because we know that this JBL sounds good for its size. So let me see what this sounds like. All right, so this sound will be coming from the JBL XTREAM3. And we just played at 70%. can I say about this? This is a JBL. It sounds like a JBL. It sounds good. The performance on that thing is amazing. Now, let me play that ZEALOT S78 without bass boost. About 75%. Bass boost. Still 75%. God damn. Let me have the JBL again. Alright, so this is now the JBL. ZEALOT S78. Okay, this is not even an I don't think this is a fair comparison. I do not think this is a fair comparison because this right here bullies that. It wipes it out of the water. Like, I don't think it's a fair comparison at this point because what the hell? This sounds good. The JBL sounds amazing, but comparing it to the S78, holy moly. Yeah, I think I need to bring maybe the boombox, which is not going to, I guess, bully the S78. But comparing these two side by side, that right here, this right here is obviously the winner in everything. Like the sound without the bass boost and with the bass boost is crazy. But let me know what you guys think. All right, so you guys have heard all those. You've heard the S78, you've had the S79, which is right here, and I added Jara for you and played the JBL. So this is how I think this went down. The JBL is a great contender. He's a great speaker in every ramification. This has the lows and the highs. It sounds good. Sounds better than the S79. But with the S79, you have access to a bass boost and it sounds good as long as you're under 70%. But once you're over 70% on bass boost, you start hearing the distortion. And so this sounds better than this. This plays is clean. It sounds the way the music is supposed to sound. This has some added Jara to it. It sounds good too. This is a great sounding speaker if you don't have this one to compare it with. Like I said in the first video, All right, so let's put this to the side. Now you bring this and compare to this big daddy of the S78 right here, then that is where there's no comparison. Whatever this can do, this does it even better, because this is bigger, it is heavier, it has bigger speakers, bigger tweeters, bigger passive radiators. Everything is bigger on here. So this sounds great. It blows this the JBL out of the water just by playing it on regular EQ. Now when you turn on the bass boost on this one, then the room that I'm filming this now is just, you can't believe that the sound is coming from here. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a good contender compared to this one right here, but nah, I'm sorry. I'm a JBL fan, but ZEALOT has done their thing. They did their big one on this one. So maybe eventually I will get the boombox, the one that is built like this, and maybe compare the two. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can get that and compare it with the ZEALOT and see how it sounds. But I already know that that might, you know, that might outshine this one. But you know, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, and let's have a conversation in the comment section, and let me know what you think about these comparison videos. If you're new here, you know, do your big one and let me know what you want to see next. I will try my best to make it happen. Thank you again for tuning in, and thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.